because again it sounds like a Czerny exercise. It has to have. It's like you discover it. Where am I going? No, it's not just scales. Yes, and here you have to introduce that orchestra is coming in. See, in Beethoven's time, there was no conductor. He had to bring it, like in Mozart. He brought the orchestra in. The orchestra was not as good as today. They even were. So you have to really... Everything is melodic. The time span today of everybody is about 20 to 30 seconds. So my first impression is the most important I get from everybody. I open my eyes and ears and everything, neutral. And when they start playing, my first impression is what I put down, because that's most probably the best impression I have. You have to read what's written there. Sorry. Yeah, look at what's written there. Not only piano, but the left hand is playing legato. And the right hand is non-legato. Yes? Now you have to ask me why. Two reasons. The orchestra is doing exactly the same as what you do. These are nothing. Anticipation, waiting for something to happen. But on Beethoven's piano, if he would have done what you're doing, this couldn't be heard. This was very weak. So if you play, this is, if it would be legato, this is what would happen. He won. Every chord is beautifully created. Try. Auto legato, left hand. No, listen. Crescendo. Just a little crescendo, not so much. Now here you had a problem, because it's very rhythmical. 2, 3, 4. And if it's not rhythmical, your conductor does not want it. That's very hard to decide on one listening. When you enter a competition, you want to show a very high level, but at the same time you can't choose too easy pieces because you are judged on the difficulty of the piece as well. So yes, some of them did, but some of them didn't. Everything comes from experience. So you take a very difficult piece, you play it several times, you will get a better experience for it. If you never try it, you can't. But ultimately it's the teacher who gives or suggests the pieces they should be performing. Too many notes. 1. right hand is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The left hand is with the orchestra. The orchestra 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you have to feel the second and fourth beat, that's when the orchestra plays. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you understand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You understood when it was bad. Good, good, good. Good ear. Then, of course, you have to go. You have to have a melody there too, eventually. But you understand the rhythm. Left hand with the orchestra, right hand separate. Two things that I can immediately think of. One, the sound production on the piano. It is very obvious that the overseas candidates have a more presence when they're playing. And the second is for the Vietnamese pianists to understand that they are playing some of the most wonderful creations of a human being, and to put themselves into the shoes of Beethoven. I will be giving a masterclass tomorrow, and that's one of the themes. When Beethoven played the piano, he was a giant. And you have to imagine yourself to be a giant while you play Beethoven or Liszt or Chopin. So I think the timidness, the smallness of some of the performers was very obvious, and they have to produce a bigger sound, more convincing than anything else. This is double piano. This is one piano. Yes? This is two pianos. Yeah? Okay, and go. Specific pedal. He writes pedal. Still one pedal. Still. You have to do what Beethoven says. So I think that I was telling the first person, I'm sorry, I'm not very good with names yet, when we did the Beethoven, everything is color, color. What is the color here? Something pretty, but that's not a color. You see, this is the problem all of us have, teachers too. How to bring music into our lives. Good. Very difficult. Is this sunset? Sunrise? Is this winter? Summer? Is this a big chair or a small chair? Ah, what type of ice cream is it? You see, when you start to think about it, music is human activity. Beethoven was human, but he expressed on a very high level something which we have to start to understand, but we have to make it into human. This is very important, what I teach my students. The first time they touch the piano, they have to command attention. When they command attention, everybody listens. But if I don't listen, I lose attention. No, I tell you what, I think it's silver. It's bright, it's shiny, and yet it has its depth. Because silver Have you ever bought your girlfriend silver? You know, you have to look at it from here and here. You know, think about it or feel it. Come on, come on. Left hand softer. Shape. Yes, very good. I was starting to think that you must read the music properly. When Beethoven says detach, legato, 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 staccato. It's all written there. Legato and legato. Yeah, okay? It's written there. We have to do it. Go on. Oh, sorry. All right, I'll give you one measure. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm hoping you will play all the Beethoven concertos. And everyone has a character. There's no question in this that Beethoven wanted somebody who was noble. Noble? Yes? Mm-hmm. It's somebody who exhumes not necessarily power, but grandeur. Yes? So when you play, you really have to feel it instead of feeling. It's not scales. It's now let's have a look at what Beethoven writes, because you know. What you're doing, you're accenting the second beat instead of the third. It has the melody has to move to the third. You have to have the feeling of do that, because if you don't do that, then the orchestra goes. It cannot answer you. It has to answer what you're doing. If you go, if what you were doing, the orchestra had to go, but it cannot do it. What happens in our lives, it's a great event to be selected to play with an orchestra wherever you go. If the orchestra is not so good and you make a mistake, it's still your mistake. Usually pianists, when they say, I didn't play well because the piano was not so good, I always say, what happens if you don't play well but the piano is really good? It's always your fault. And when you play with an orchestra, you have to know your part so well, and the orchestra part so well, that nothing can disturb it. And it didn't happen this time that the orchestra was the fault. to be a little bit careful because the harmonies change quicker. Here, 2 measures, nothing. Nothing, 2 measures, same. And then suddenly he changes. And then there's a wonderful moment here, which I hope you will do. At this stage, it is impossible to reach for the sky. Overseas, the foreign pianists have been working at this for many, many years. And it will take, something as good as classical music takes its own time. And eventually, I think the Vietnamese pianists will reach for it. All my students learn the orchestra part. And for instance, somebody plays for you, they change. So, you have to learn the orchestra part, you have to learn this part, what I'm playing. And then you have to go to the score. Because when you play with an orchestra, as you know, it doesn't sound like on a recording. You hear mostly the violins. You hardly hear the oboe and the bassoon. You really have to listen for it. But you have to listen for it. You have to know the parts, who's playing when and how. Very important. So can you go? I will be the woodwinds. The orchestra has to go. It has to. The orchestra goes there.